Hi, this is Wafalango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. If you are new and not subscribed the channel, so subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get some more videos about grammar. Today we are going to discuss the 14th kind of verb that is known as phrasal verbs. The definition of phrasal verb is those verbs which are followed by an adverbial particle are called phrasal verbs. Keep in your mind, a lot of students I've seen they define it. Those verbs which are followed by a preposition is known as phrasal verb. That is not a preposition. That is what an adverb particle. What is an adverb particle? Before starting the adverbial particle, we need to understand adverb. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word which had something in the meaning of verb, adjective, or another adverb. And particle means the mini part. That is the mini part and which works as an adverb to add something in the meaning of verb. Now, those verbs which are followed by an adverbial particle are called phrasal verbs. Actually, most of the students, after the verb, the preposition they see, they call it preposition. Keep in your mind, adverbial particle is what working as an adverb. We call it adverbial particle. This should be in your mind. Up, in, and, on, to, these are prepositions, but when they come with a verb and change the meaning into idiomatic meaning, then that they are called the adverbial particle. Now after back we have got up, this up, up, down, off, up, on, out, down, up, in, out, out, off. These all are known as adverbial particle. Why? Because they add something in the meaning of verb and change the meaning into an idiomatic meaning. Actually, the phrasal verbs are one of the kinds of idiom. What is an idiom? An idiom is a word or group of words which gives hidden meaning. The hidden meaning. They do not give the literal meaning whatever they are. Back means behind and up means upstairs or something, like it is a preposition, but when it comes together then it changes into backup. It means support. So this should be in your mind. It gives hidden meaning, that is support. Blow means, like I say, the wind was blowing. And up, now it does not mean the wind was blowing up. It means it has got two meaning: explode or spend uselessly. When you've got money and you spend it uselessly, for that we use blow up. And burn down, so it means destroy by burning. Call off, it means cancel an event or a meeting. Call up, telephone. Carry on, continue. Carry out, complete. And close down, shut properly. Close up, shut temporarily. Count in, include something or somebody. Count out, exclude someone or something. Cross out, eliminate. And cut off also means eliminate. After that we have got cut down. Cut down means reduce in quantity. And draw up means write or compose an essay, etc. Dress up, put clothes on. And eat up, eat completely. Fill in, complete. Fill up, fill complete. Find out, discover, fix up, repair or arrange. Give back, return something. Give out, distribute, give up, surrender something. And over, it means surrender. And hang up, and a phone call. Hold off, delay. And next we have gotten, that is keep up, continue. Let down, disappoint somebody. Pass out, distribute. Pass up, not take advantage of, try not to take an advantage of something. And pay back, repay. Pick up, collect somebody from place, like pick up, I picked him up from his house. And point out, indicate. Put off, postpone a meeting. Put on, dress in. Set up, arrange. Tear down, destroy. Tell off, scold. Whatever the prepositions after the verb you see, like down, up, up, in, up, out, up, back, out, up, over, and up. In the same way, off, up, down, out, up, back, up, out, off, on, up, down, off. These are, keep in your mind, whatever I've circled in blue, they are known as adverb particle. What is an adverb particle? An adverb particle is a part of speech which comes after verb, works as an adverb, and changes the meaning of the verb into an idiomatic meaning, the hidden meaning. They do not give the literal meaning, whatever the meaning, that is totally changed. So those verbs which are followed by an adverbial particle are called phrasal verbs. So these are the adverb particles which are adding something in the meaning of verb and changing the meaning into an idiomatic meaning, the hidden meaning. And some more phrasal verbs I have for you people, that is think over. It means consider, and think up, create or invent, try out, test something, turn down, refuse an offer, and wind up, finish, work out, solve a puzzle, write down, record something in writing, come across, find accidentally, get in, enter a vehicle, get off, leave a vehicle. And keep in your mind they are the opposite of one another. Look after, it means take care. Bear up, it means endure or tolerate. Carry on, continue. Catch on, understand. Check up, investigate. Come through, succeed. And cut in, interrupt. Get away, escape. Get in, enter, get up, rise. Hold on, wait while telephoning. Pass on, die, put in, arrive, run away, escape, shut up, stop talking, throw up, vomit, turn in, go to bed, turn up, arrive, watch out, be careful, break down, to be disappointed. I say he is totally broken down, means he is disappointed. Break means to break something, and down means downward. But over there, when they come together, they give a they give an hidden meaning. Clear? That is known as breakdown, to be disappoint. Look after, take care, speak up, speak loudly, turn on, make something function, turn off, stop something function, and switch on, start, switch off, stop, put on, wear or dress in, put off, take out, and make up, make out, solve, break down, to be disappointed, get up, leave the bed, clear out, leave, come back, return, get away, escape, and get over, recover. So these all are known as your which verbs? Phrasal verbs. Keep in your mind, after phrasal verbs the prepositions are used. These are not prepositions anymore, they will be called adverbial particle. Now over, up, out, down, up, out, down, across, in, off, after, up, on, up, and through, in, away, in, up, on, in, away, up, in, up, out, down, after, up, on, off, out, down, up, out, back, away, over. No doubt these are prepositions, but when they add something in the meaning of verb altogether and change the meaning into idiomatic meaning, then they will be called adverbial particles. What are adverbial particles? Which work as an adverb, add something in the meaning of verb, and change the meaning into an idiomatic meaning. That is called the phrasal verb. Keep in your mind, phrasal verb is not defined. Those verbs which are followed by a preposition are called phrasal verbs. This is totally wrong. Those verbs which are followed by an adverbial particle or an adverb particle are called phrasal verbs. Now further we will be discussing about the same. We have got the kinds of phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs have got two kinds: transitive phrasal verbs and intransitive phrasal verbs. Now, what are transitive phrasal verbs? Those phrasal verbs which can be changed into passive voice are called transitive phrasal verbs. The word transitive is taken from the word transfer, which means changeable. So those verbs which are changed into passive voice and they can be changed into passive voice are called the phrasal verbs, the transitive phrasal verbs. So those phrasal verbs which can be changed into passive voice are called transitive phrasal verbs. Now, We will discuss the examples. These all, whatever I've written: back up, blow up, burn down, call up, carry on, cut, carry out, close down, close up, count in, count out, cross out, cut off, and cut down, draw up, dress up, fill in, fill up, find out, fix up, give out, give up, and over, hang up, hold off, keep up, let down, pass out, pass up, pay back, pick up, point out, put off, put on, set up, steer down, and tell off. These all are called your transitive phrasal verbs, means those phrasal verbs which can be changed into passive voice. And these are the phrasal verbs which we can change into passive voice. And I've changed some of them in the next slide, which we'll be talking about and changing them into passive voice. Now see, he backs up me means he supports me. I am backed up by him. I am supported by him. He blew up money means spent uselessly. And money was blown up by you. This is called the passive of the blow up. And she will burn down the house, burn completely. House will be burned down by her. I am calling off the meeting means cancelling the meeting. Meeting is being called off by me. Keep in your mind, I've underlined them with the green. Backs up. So backed up is the third form. Because in passive voice we always use third form of the verb. In the same way, we were carrying on the work means we were continuing the work. Work was being carried on by us means continued by us. And next is carried out. It means complete. They have carried out the assignment. Assignment has been carried out by them. Next we have got coach had cut off the player means eliminated the player, and player had been cut off by the coach. After that we have got Ali will have dressed up the uniform means he had dressed in the uniform or wear the uniform. Uniform will have been dressed up by Ali. Child must eat up the apple means eat up means eat completely. Apple must be eaten up by the child. We ought to find out the solution, and find out means discover as well as to take out the solution of something. We should find out the solution. Solution ought to be found out by us. Teachers should fix up the function means arrange the function. Function should be fixed up by teachers. I can give back the books, return something or the things. I can give back the books. Books can be given back by him. He can give back the books. Books can be given back by him. I could give out the breads means distribute the breads. Breads could be given out by me means distributed by me. Director may hold off the meeting means delay the meeting. Meeting may be held off. Okay. Keep in your mind here you'll be changing the verb. Hold, second form is held and third form is held. Holding, holds. So you'll say meeting may be held off by director. You might keep up studies. Studies might be kept up by you. He will let down us means disappoint us. We will be let down by him. We will be disappointed by him. They would pick up the passengers, and pick up means collect somebody from some place. Yes. Now they would pick up the passengers. Passengers would be picked up by them. And mother used to tell of the children, scold the children. Children used to be told off by mother. So these are the sentences. Keep in your mind, I've tried my level best to change them in all tenses with all modal auxiliary verbs. So from present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, present perfect, okay, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, and modal auxiliary verb must, ought to, should, can, could, may, might, will, would, and used to. So in passive voice, we always use third form of the verb. As the students see the phrasal verbs, they use most of the time the second or the first form. Keep in your mind, don't get worried. You need to always use third form like backed up, blown up, burned down, called off, carried on, carried out, cut off, dressed up, eaten up, found out, fixed up, given back, given out, held off, kept up, let down, picked up, and told off. So these are the sentences which we can change. These are the phrasal verbs which we can change into passive voice. So they are called transitive phrasal verbs, means can be changed into passive voice. Hope till here you got. So now see, I told you phrasal verbs, they've got two kinds: transitive phrasal verbs and intransitive. Now transitive we have discussed and we have even changed them. Now we will talk about the intransitive phrasal verbs. Those phrasal verbs which cannot be changed into passive voice are called intransitive phrasal verbs. They are called intransitive. In is missed, and that is what you need to write: intransitive phrasal verbs. Those phrasal verbs which cannot be changed into passive voice are called intransitive phrasal verbs. The list of intransitive phrasal verb is like bear up, which means tolerate or endure, pass out, die, pull in, arrive, come back, return, get up, leave the bed, come through, succeed, speak up, speak loudly, get away, escape, get in, enter, get up, rise, hold on, wait while telephoning, run away, escape, shut up, stop talking, throw up, vomit, turn in, go to bed, turn up, arrive, watch out, be careful. And I will make a sentence. Suppose I say he pulled in the class. We cannot say class was pulled in by him. And we will not say he came back, home had come back by him, or something like he gets. Okay, he gets up early in the morning gets up early by him. Definitely we cannot change. So in means not transitive, which can be changed into passive voice, and intransitive, which cannot be changed into passive voice, are called intransitive phrasal verbs. Hope you got it till here. Now we will talk about the sub kinds of transitive phrasal verbs. Transitive phrasal verbs have got two kinds. One is sparable transitive phrasal verbs, and one is non-sparable or insparable. What is sparable transitive phrasal verbs? See, those phrasal verbs which can be separated are called sparable transitive phrasal verbs. Those phrasal verbs which can be separated are called sparable transitive phrasal verbs. Now these are your verbs which can be separated, means between the verb and adverb particle an object comes, that is known as sparable transitive phrasal verb. Now back up, blow up, burn down, call off, call up, carry on, carry out, close down, close up, count in, count out, cross out, cut off. And in the same way, cut down, draw up, dress up, eat up, fill in, fill up, find out, fix up, give back, give out, give up, and out, and over, hang up, hold off, keep up, let down, pass out, pass up, pay back, pick up, point out, put off, put on, set up, tear down, and tell off. These are your those verbs which can, these are your those phrasal verbs which can be separated. Means, what do we mean by the word separation? So blow up. Now blow up is when separated by a noun or pronoun, and that is separated from one another, that is called separable transitive phrasal verbs. Now the examples we will look at. Now see, whatever I've circled, that colored for you people in green, that is your phrasal verb. You back up Ali means you support Ali when this Ali comes in between back and up, that is called separable transitive phrasal verb. So I say you back Ali up, you back up Ali, you back Ali up means you support Ali. This is what this is, separable transitive phrasal verb which can be separated. They blew up the hotel means they spent the money uselessly, the hotel uselessly, and they blew the hotel up. Now over there the hotel is coming in between your phrasal verb. The Ali is coming in between your phrasal verb. Hindu will burn down the dead bodies. Now the dead bodies when come in between the burn and down, that is separable transitive phrasal verb. Hindu will burn down the dead bodies. Hindu will burn the dead bodies down. And in the same way, I am cutting off the tour means cancelling the tour. I am cutting the tour off. This is separable transitive phrasal verb. See, an object is coming. Whether your object is a noun or pronoun, it separates them, is called separable transitive phrasal verbs. He was calling up Ali. He was calling Ali up. Now means he was telephoning Ali. This is called your sparable transitive phrasal verb. We will be carrying on the topic. We will be carrying the topic on. And she has carried out the works. She has carried the works out. Shopkeeper had closed down the shop. Shopkeeper had closed the shop down. Ali will have given back the shirt. Ali will have given the shirt back. And I have been giving out the cards for a week. I have been giving the cards out for a week. Next, he had been giving up from the studies. He had been giving from the studies up. We will have been holding off. The match means delaying the match. We will have been holding the match off. Ahmad must keep up meeting, and Ahmad must keep the meeting up. Now the meeting is coming in between keep and up, between your phrasal verb. You ought not to let down your parents, disappoint your father, and you ought not to let your father down. You should, or he should put on the shirt. He should put the shirt on. And I need to tell of the child. I need to tell the child of. Keep in your mind when the object like Ali, the hotel, the dead bodies, the tour, Ali, topic, workout, the shop, the shirt, the cards, and from the studies, the match, the meeting, your father, the shirt, the child comes in between your verb and adverb particle. Adverb particle. So over there your object, whether it is a noun or pronoun, when it comes in between the verb and adverb particle, the verbs are called sparable transitive phrasal verbs, and these are the phrasal verbs which you can change into passive voice, and we call them also sparable transitive phrasal verbs, which separate the verb and adverb particle and comes in between is called sparable transitive phrasal verb. Now hope you got this one. The second kind, non-sparable or insparable transitive phrasal verbs. Non-sparable, which cannot be separated. On in means not, sparable which can be separated, insparable not separated. Those are called non-sparable or insparable transitive phrasal verbs. Those transitive phrasal verbs which cannot be separated are called non-sparable or insparable transitive phrasal verbs, and they can be changed into passive voice, but an object cannot come in between the verb and adverb particle. That's why we call them non-sparable or insparable transitive phrasal verbs. Now we will look at the example of such. What are those verbs? First we will discuss. Back out of means fail to keep promise. Call for, require something. Care for, like something. Get in, enter a vehicle. Get off, leave a vehicle. Go for, like something. Go over, review. It on, discover an idea. Look after, take care. Pick on, tease. And see to, arrange. Settle on, choose. Stand for, tolerate. Talk after, resemble. Talk over, discuss. Turn into, become, and wait on, serve. So these are the verbs which cannot be separated. These can be changed into passive voice. Like I say, he sees to the meeting. He sees to the meeting. Meeting was seen to by him. Now over there, this can be changed into passive voice. Why? Because it is transitive phrasal verb, but it is non-sparable or insparable transitive phrasal verb which cannot be separated. Now if we separate, the meaning may be wrong or different, so that is not the suitable. Like see, I've written correct sentences, incorrect sentences. When you separate them, the meaning will become wrong. Now see, fail to keep promise, back out of. If back out of your promise, if you back out of your promise means you failed to keep your promise, and you back your promise out of, which cannot be changed into non-sparable or that cannot be separated. That's why we call it non-sparable or insparable. The sentences I have written in red means they all are wrong. See, he called for tea. He called tea for, wrong. She will care for pizza means she will like pizza, and she will care pizza for, that is wrong. non-separable or inseparable transitive phrasal verb. Like I say, she will care for pizza. Pizza will be cared for by her. This can be changed into passive voice. These all sentences, but not separated. Means an object cannot come between the verb and adverb particle. Between the verb and adverb particle. Like this is your verb, this is your adverb particle, and this is your object. Verb, adverb particle, object. Verb, adverb particle and object. Verb, adverb particle, 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 object. Particle, verb, that's adverbial particle and object. So whatever I've circled, these are your objects. They cannot come in between the phrasal verb, between the verb and the adverb particle. That's why we call them non-separable or inseparable. Like we say, students are getting into the bus. Students are getting the bus to the bus in. As students reached, they were getting off the bus. As students reached, they were getting the bus off is wrong. I will be going for tea means I will like tea. I will be going tea for wrong, cannot be changed. Police has gone over the area, review the area. Police has gone the area over cannot be changed. It cannot be separated. That's why we call it non-separable or inseparable transitive phrasal verb. Teacher add it on an idea. Teacher add it an idea on wrong. We will have looked after our parents. We will have looked our parents after. So the see this one cannot be changed. Look our parents after, then it means after a while. So this cannot be separated. The meaning will be wrong or changed. That's why we call them non-separable or inseparable transitive. They can be changed into passive voice, but you cannot separate the verb and adverb particle by an object, whether it is a noun or pronoun. In the same way, he has been picking on me for 2 days. He has been picking me on for 2 days. Wrong, means teasing me. She had been seeing to the function since morning. She has been seeing the function to since morning. Wrong, cannot be separated. And I will have been settling on books for a day. I will have been settling books on for a day. Wrong. We must stand for the cold weather. We must stand the cold weather for cannot be separated. You ought to talk over your problem with me. You ought to talk your problem over with me. Wrong. And Ali should turn into rich. Ali should turn rich into cannot be separated. Mother can wait on the guests. Mother can wait the guests on. Wrong. So keep in your mind, these are the verbs which cannot be separated, are known as inseparable transitive phrasal verbs or non-separable transitive phrasal verbs. After that, we have got the further kinds of separable transitive phrasal verbs. The first kind of transitive phrasal verb is obligatory transitive phrasal verb. Where the word obligatory comes, it means must be separated. Must be separated. 100% that must be separated. See, those transitive phrasal verbs which must be separated, 100% must be separated, are called obligatory, a duty like separable transitive phrasal verbs I told you, which can be changed into passive voice. See, where it comes to you an obligatory to separate them, that is called the, if there is a note, if the object is a pronoun, keep in your mind your object is a pronoun, the phrasal verb must be separated. If you don't separate, the meaning will be wrong. Now, what are the separable transitive phrasal verbs? These are the separable where you're in between the backup, you have got an object, and object is a pronoun. Keep in your mind pronoun, or I will write it long. Pronoun. When you have got the pronoun in between the verb and adverb particle, verb, adverb particle, verb, adverb particle, verb, adverb particle, verb 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 adverb particle. When any pronoun come in between them, see, in between them you bring any pronoun, this one, that changes into obligatory. That is an obligatory to you. Why? Because it is a pronoun, so you must separate them. See, those transitive phrasal verbs which must be separated, there is no any compromise, you need to change them. Just it is necessary because when your object is a pronoun. And in the same way, cut down, verb and adverb particle, verb 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 and adverb particle. You must, when your object is a pronoun, this one, so you must separate them. So that's why it is called obligatory separable transitive phrasal verbs. In the same way, verb adverb particle, 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 verb adverbial particle, verb adverbial particle, verb adverbial particle, adverb or adverbial particle. So in between them, when there is a pronoun, you must separate them, and this is called the obligatory separable transitive phrasal verbs. What is the definition? Those transitive phrasal verbs which must be separated are called obligatory separable transitive phrasal verbs. Notice what? If the object is pronoun, I told you when it is pronoun, so you must separate them. That's why we call them obligatory separable transitive phrasal verbs. Now look at the examples which we are going to discuss. Whatever I've written the sentences in green, all of them are correct, but I've written them in red, they are wrong. How? I will tell you. Now see, back up means to support. You back up Ali. It is also correct. You back Ali up. Your object is when a noun, you have got the choice to change it or not to change it. It is up to you. See, this is also correct. This is also correct because Ali is an object and it is noun. So when you, whether you want to bring it between the verb or adverb particle, it is also correct, or you want to write it together and after that object, both the ways are correct. But you say you back him up. Now see, him is a pronoun used in place of Ali. So when you are saying you back him up, it is correct. But if you said you back up him, see, this is a pronoun and it must be separated. If you write it in this way, that is wrong. So the three ways are right. The last way is wrong to write the sentences. See, they blew up the hotel. Now see, hotel you can write at the end, and you can also bring it between the verb and up. Blow up means to spend money uselessly. Now they blew up the hotel. They blew the hotel up. Both are right. But instead of hotel, we use the pronoun it. So when it comes, your verb and adverb particle must be separated. They blew it up. Instead of hotel, we use it. So they blew it up. But if you say they blew up it, it is wrong. Why? Because your object is a pronoun and you must separate them. That's why we call them obligatory separable transitive phrasal verbs. Hindu will burn down the dead bodies. Now see, burn down is your phrasal verb, which means burn completely the dead bodies. The dead bodies is your object. If you want to write it at the end or in between the verb and adverb particle, you can write it. Hindu will burn the dead bodies down. But if you, okay, when it is dead bodies, instead of dead bodies, we use the pronoun them because they are object. Hindu will burn them down. It is correct because it must be separated. When it is a pronoun, it must be separated. But if you don't separate it, the meaning will be wrong. Hindu will burn down them. That is wrong. Clear? Because your object is them and it must be separated. Means the verb and adverb particle must be separated. Hope you are getting the sentences now. I am calling off the tour. Calling off the tour means, canceling the tour. I am calling the tour off. You can write them in both ways. See, verb and adverb particle is followed uh, is uh, is separated by the object, and that is a noun, tour. But if I say I am calling it off, instead of tour we use it. I'm calling it off, I'm cancelling it, so that it is coming, it is a pronoun, it must be separated. But if you don't separate them, like I am calling off it, it is pronoun and you are not bringing it in between the verb and adverb particle, so the meaning will be wrong and that sentence is considered wrong. Now, he was calling up Ali. Now see, he was calling up Ali. He was telephoning Ali. He was calling up Ali. Calling up is your verb. He was calling Ali up. You can separate them or not when your object is a noun. That is not an obligatory to you. And when instead of Ali we are using im, keep in your mind im is your object and your verb and adverb particle must be adverbial particle must be separated by an object when it is a pronoun. So im, it, them, it and im are your pronouns, so you must separate them. But if you write them together, he was calling up im, so or their object is coming at the end, you have not separated, so sentence will be considered wrong. After that, he will be carrying on. He will be carrying on the topic. Carry on means to continue. He will be carrying the topic on. Noun is there. You want to separate them, so it is also correct. But instead of topic, we use it. When it is pronoun, carrying and on, verb and adverbial particle must be separated. So it is coming in between them. So it must be separated. Whatever the sentences are over here, these are obligatory to you. Obligatory, very very important, 100% you need to separate them. Why? Because your pronoun is, your object is a pronoun. But if you don't separate it, see, we will be carrying on it, then this sentence will be considered wrong. After that, she has carried out the works. Now carried out the works means that is your work is your noun. It can be separated or cannot be. She has carried the works out. The work is coming in between, so you can separate them or cannot separate them, choice is your. But instead of work we use it. So see, she has carried it out. Now over there it must be separated. Your verb and adverbial or adverb particle must be separated because your object is a pronoun. But if you don't separate them, she has carried out it, that is considered wrong. After that, we have got the next example. Shopkeeper had closed down the shop. Shopkeeper had closed the shop down. So see over there, this object is a noun, can be separated and cannot be, both of them are right. But instead of shop we use it like pronoun, so closed and down must be separated. Shopkeeper had closed it down. But if you say shopkeeper had closed down it, this sentence is to be considered wrong. Why? Because your object, your verb and adverb particle must be separated. Your phrasal verb must be separated by an object when it is a pronoun. So next one we have gotten, that is Ali will have given back the shirt. Ali will have given the shirt back. Both of them are right whether you bring the object at the end or in between the phrasal verb. But when instead of shirt we use pronoun it, so your object, verb and adverb particle must be separated. Ali will have given it back. Now verb and adverb particle must be separated. If you don't separate, like Ali will have given back it, it is considered wrong. Next, I have been giving out the cards means distributing the cards, and I have been giving the cards out. So you can separate them or cannot separate them, are correct. Both the ways are correct when your object is a noun. But when your object is a pronoun, like instead of cards we use these. I have been giving these out. So giving and out, verb and adverb particle must be separated because there is a pronoun used. And keep in your mind, I have been giving out, these will be considered wrong because you have got the object that is a pronoun. Next, he had been giving up from the studies, quitting from the studies or leaving the studies. Now from the studies can be at the end or in between the verb and adverb particle, both of them are right. But if you say, if it is instead of studies we use it, or study instead of that we use it, or these, he had been giving from it up. From it is your object, it must be separated, and because it is a pronoun. But if you say he had been giving up from it, it will be considered wrong. Why? Because your object is it and you have not separated them. After that, we will have been holding of the match. Now, we will have been holding the match of. Now, there see, holding of the match. The match can be written at the end because it is a noun and can come between holding and of. The match between the verb and adverb particle. But instead of match, if we use it, so that must be separated. Why? Because it is a pronoun. We will have been holding it off. This is the correct one. But if you don't change it, separate it, so then it will be wrong. Like we will have been holding off it. Ahmad must keep up the meeting. Now keep up can be separated, cannot be separated and can be separated. The meeting can come in between or cannot come in between because your object is meeting a noun. Yes, see, Ahmad must keep the meeting up. Both of them are right, but instead of meeting, when we are using it is a pronoun, so verb and adverb particle must be separated. Like Ahmad must keep it up. But if we say Ahmad must keep up it, it is considered wrong. Why? Because when your object is a pronoun, whatever, him, it, them, it, him, it, these, from it, and it. So you must separate your verb and adverb particle from one another. Why? Because your object is a pronoun. So that is called the obligatory, sparable, transitive phrasal verbs. Here, this one is non-obligatory, yes, whether you want to change or not, but this one must be changed. Now, you ought not to let down your father, disappoint your father. Now, let down cannot be separated by your father, and let and down, if separated by your father, so it is a noun, it can be separated. But instead of father, we are using him, so it is a pronoun. If it is a pronoun, so you must change the separate the verb and adverb particle from one another. You ought not to let him down. So him is an object and coming in between, and it is a pronoun, so that must be separated. If you don't separate it, you ought not to let down him, so that will be considered wrong sentence. Whatever I've written in red, those all sentences are wrong. Green, once you can write in both method because your object is a noun, like Ali, hotel, dead bodies, tour, alley, topic, works, shop, shirt, card, studies, match, meeting, and father. So this can be separated, cannot be separated. Why? Because your object is a noun. Clear? Non-obligatory. But your object is a pronoun. Whatever I've mentioned, you must separate. If you don't separate, then definitely the meaning will be considered wrong, whatever the sentences I've written. He should put on the shirt. Now put on can be separated by the shirt. It is your choice. Like you should put the shirt on, that shirt is coming in between the put and on. He should put it on. Over there, it is your object, it must be separated. And if you don't separate, then C, he should put on it, then it will be considered wrong because your object is coming at the end. This is a pronoun, it must come in between. If you don't bring it in between, your sentence will be considered wrong. Next, we have got I need to tell of the child, means scold the child. You can bring child in between. I need to tell the child of. It is also correct. But instead of child, we use it. See, child is unknown gender. Child, you cannot recognize whether he child or she child. So for that, we use the unknown gender it. I need to tell it of means I need to scold it. It is a pronoun, it must be separated. And if you don't, I need to tell of it, then it will be considered wrong. The sentence will be called wrong. So this is, dear students, known as the sparable, the obligatory sparable transitive phrasal verbs. Obligatory comes when your object is a pronoun. This should be in your mind. Pronoun. And when your object is a pronoun, you must separate them because this is the rule. That's why we call it obligatory. And when your object is a noun, you cannot separate the verb and adverb particle. Means the phrasal verb can and you have got the choice. You can and you cannot. You can separate them and you cannot separate both of them. All right. When your object is a pronoun, you must separate them, and if you don't separate them, the sentence will be considered incorrect. Okay, hope you got the lecture till here, and now The second kind, that is non-obligatory sparable transitive phrasal verbs. See, those transitive phrasal verbs which may be written in combined shape or which may be separated are called non-obligatory sparable transitive phrasal verbs. As I told you, you have got the choice. See, notice what, when the object is a noun, we can write them either in combined form or in separated form. So you have got the two choices, combined form as well as separated form. You can write them in both ways. Now, these are your non-obligatory sparable transitive phrasal verbs. These are mentioned with the meanings. We don't have time to go for each word and tell the meaning. It is already written. You can pause the video and can check the meanings, but we will look at the examples. Now see, you back up Ali, you back Ali up, both of them are right. They blew up the hotel, they blew the hotel up. Hindu will burn down the dead bodies, Hindu will burn the dead bodies down. I am calling off the tour, I am calling the tour off. He was calling up Ali, he was calling Ali up. We will be carrying on the topic, we will be carrying the topic on. She has carried out the works, she has carried the works out. Shopkeeper had closed down the shop, shopkeeper had closed the shop down. Ali will have given up the shirt, given back the shirt, Ali will have given the shirt back. And I have been giving out the cards for a week. I have been giving the cards out for a week. He had been giving up from the studies. He have been giving from the studies up. We will have been holding off the match. We will have been holding the match off. Ahmad must keep up the meeting. Ahmad must keep the meeting up. You ought not to let down your father. You ought not to let your father down. And he should put on the shirt. He should put the shirt on. And I need to tell off the child. I need to tell the child off. Why? You have got the choices. See, both of the sentences are right. Whether you want to write the object like Ali, hotel, the dead bodies, the tour, object, topic, works, shop, shirt, cards for a week, cards, studies, match, meeting, your father, shirt, and child. You can write them at the end, and you can also separate them, and you can bring them in between. You can write them in combined or in separated form. Both of them are right. Why? Because your object is a noun. See, verb and adverbial particle. Verb is back, adverb particle is up. Ali can come in between because it is a noun. You've got the choice to write them in both ways. So the hotel is coming between blow and up. Burn down, in between you're bringing the dead bodies, the tour, Ali, the topic, works, shop, shirt, cars, from the studies, the match, meeting, your father, the shirt, and the child. Why you can separate them? That's why we call them non-obligatory. Non-obligatory. Non-obligatory means it is not necessary. You've got the two ways, and you in both ways these are to be considered correct and appropriate. Hope you got the kinds. Now again I will revise. I told you phrasal verbs, those verbs which are followed by an adverb particle, not by a preposition. Then I told you phrasal verbs have got two kinds, transitive and intransitive. Transitive can be changed into passive voice, intransitive cannot be. Then after that, intransitive, I taught that there are two kinds of transitive verbs, sparable transitive phrasal verbs, non-sparable. Sparable can be separated and non-sparable cannot be separated, whether the object is noun or pronoun. And after that, I taught you people the kinds of sparable transitive phrasal verbs. Obligatory, when your object is pronoun, that is an obligatory to you to separate them, and non-obligatory, you have got noun, whether the choice you can or you cannot. The objection is there isn't any objection. Last topic, we have got difference between phrasal verb and prepositional verb. Prepositional verbs, actually these students consider the phrasal verbs, they are not phrasal verbs. This is what the last and very important topic which will clear your concept regarding phrasal verbs and regarding prepositional verbs. Now see, what is phrasal verb? When a verb is followed by an adverb particle or adverbial particle, it is called phrasal verbs. They give idiomatic meaning, the hidden meaning. They've got their meanings like back, behind, and up. This Back is behind and up, but they give the hidden meaning that is known as support. Blow and up. Blow means when a wind blows like, and up means upstairs or upward. So blow up give the meaning spend uselessly. Call off, cancel. Now call, I say I called him and I called off. Called off is off is coming with it, so it is giving hidden meaning. Carry on, dress up, eat up, find out, give up, put on, turn on, switch off. So whatever the verb, beg, blow, call, carry, dress, eat, find, give, put, turn, switch, these are followed by when adverb particles or adverbial particles. See, keep in your mind, these are called the adverbial particles. They add something in the meaning of verb and change the meaning into an idiomatic meaning, the hidden meaning. They are very different in meaning. And when, see, prepositional verbs are which verbs? When the verb is followed by a preposition, it is called prepositional verb, and they give literal meaning. Whatever they have the meaning, they will give the same meaning. See, I say ask from means asking from someone, like come by. So what is the vehicle which you use to come by? Come in means enter, like he comes in class. Now see, ask from, come by, come in, dance with, go with, jump from, look at, play on, sit with, teach in, walk on. They give the same meaning, the literal meaning, not hidden meaning. Whatever the meaning is written, they will give the same meaning. So formula for phrasal verb is verb plus adverbial particle, not preposition. And prepositional verbs, verb plus preposition. Now over there, he backed up us means he supported us. See, this backup is giving a hidden meaning. But if I say I asked from you, ask from is giving the same meaning which is written here. I blew up the money means I spent money uselessly. But over there, if I say he came by bike, come by is giving the literal meaning, the same meaning whatever is mentioned here. They call off the meeting means they cancelled the meeting, but over there they come in dress. They come in, you come in class, you came in class. This came in is giving the same meaning whatever it is written over here. He carried on the topic means he continued the topic, but you danced with, dance with is giving the same meaning, with him. Abid dressed up the uniform. Dressed up means wear the uniform, wore the uniform, go with. She should go with you. Go with is giving the same meaning. And you eat up the hotel. Eat up the hotel. Sorry, we need to say not hotel. Sorry, this sentence I'm going to change. You eat up the apple means eat completely. Now, we jump from the wall. Jump from is giving the same meaning, not the hidden meaning. Scientists found out means discovered. Here I have to use find out the gold. But I say they were looking at you. Looking at is giving the same meaning. He is giving up from studies means he's quitting the studies. He's surrendering from the studies. Pay on. You should pay on. You should play on ground. Play on is giving the same meaning, on ground. And I will put on the shirt. Dress in the shirt. Sit with. Ali is sitting with. Now see, it is giving the literal meaning. They are giving the hidden meaning. That's why we call them adverbial particle, not the prepositions. But when they are followed by a preposition, then they will give the literal meaning. When verbs are followed by a preposition, keep in your mind, they give the literal meaning. When verbs are followed by an adverbial particle, they will give the hidden meaning, the idiomatic meaning. Means the meaning will be changed from the words. He turned on the TV, but I teach in class, teach in. And he switched off the bike and they walk on footpath. So they see walk on. So back up, blow up, call off, carry on, dress up, eat up, find out, give up, put on, turn on, and switch off. They give the idiomatic meaning, and they are followed by, keep in your mind, adverbial or adverb particle. And ask from, come by, come in, dance with, go with, jump from, look at, play on, sit with, teach in, walk out. These are called your verbs which are followed by a preposition. So hope you got today's lecture difference between the phrasal verbs and adverbial particles. And adverbial particles are used in your phrasal verbs. So hope the difference between phrasal verb and prepositional verb is clear to you people. And this is all about my today's lecture. And next, after the parts of speech, when I start teaching phrasal verbs, one verb will be followed by different prepositions, different adverbial particles. So they will give different meanings. Those I will be teaching you in detail. Some thousand phrasal verbs I will be trying to teach you people with the meaning and with their origin. Hope you got today's lecture. Wish you best of luck. See you next time with next lecture. Bye bye.